Syrup tweeted like I've got second at this major with nothing.
With
And they just
nothing,
said the
yeah.
render of nothing. All right, we got the
Okay,
classic.
yeah.
Spiro and I, they've played a million times and they both won a million times. Uh,
Yep.
this could potentially be a grand finals. This is
Th-
what I
This,
have marked
yeah,
as
this
my
is
grand
definitely like
finals.
two people that like. I feel like every set we're gonna see is like this has potential to be grand finals because like
I was talking to, so if you're one of the lower half ranked players in the tournament, this tournament is kind of like a boss rush to see
Yeah.
if you get as many PR wins as possible. So right now you see two of the bosses are just fighting each other. It's
Yeah.
like when you're watching the Pokemon, when you're playing the Pokemon game and you play like the end of the game tournament and you see all the other gym leaders fight each
yeah.
other and you're like, I'm in this tournament.
yeah. This is actually kind of exactly what that's like. These are like definitely two of the bosses. Like these are like the bosses. Like these are the two people that are probably like
And
very likely for grants.
And like we were saying before in our previous block, if you are playing at like Sector X, you'll probably see A9 there when there's a big event and there's like a pop bonus. But he goes to the Roman tournaments and stuff, so you're not going to see them fight that often against people who would go there, like Houdini and all that other people, unless they go to Rowan, you know. So this is kind of like a boss rush for them too, to see if they can beat the people they don't have head-to-heads with.
Yeah.
Which makes it really interesting that this counts for rankings starting this season.
Yeah.
But right now we have 2 stocks each. They both just kind of been trading back and forth. They play for hours on some weekends.
Yeah. These guys are definitely like very, very familiar with each other, and like you have to like, even if you're just in the region, like you have to know how to fight against Steve because there are lots of very, very strong Steve players in South Jersey, and I think.
They had a little bit of a tough time during the first adjustment to Steve, and during the second also wave of. So AK Fires used to be a big Steve around, and he had a really good record on Spiro, mostly because of the blocks, blocking the recovery. And then A9 came back stronger than ever, and now he's kind of our replacement for AK Fires. And now he's better than AK Fires.
He's
obviously.
like actually, they're just better.
And Spiro was having a rough time with this matchup, but he kind of found his footing in it after a while. He stopped switching to DK and stuff. And he kind of figured out a bunch of stuff, but right now it is A9 running the show a little bit.
I feel like he's just going to be able to expose Palutine's recovery. That's like one of her biggest weaknesses in this matchup. Also the fact that like she's kind of like a good size for Steve to be able to like hit, and she's not like super duper heavy. You know what I mean? Like, so.
I like how A9 does those 3 tall walls and then just throws the back air out after a couple seconds. He only does 1 back air on him. He doesn't do the short hop spam on those ones. Because obviously it would break the wall.
It would break the blocks, yeah, and there would be no threat of the blocks, and you'd be able to just roll right past.
Versus Palu, it's really important that you keep your blocks healthy. You don't want to hit them, because Palu has a really hard time breaking the blocks with anything grounded. You can't do anything that doesn't last, like
a second.
Like 2 seconds, honestly. Unless you jab it, like jab check it, like jab dash back, jab dash back.
But that's still like a very long time to break blocks.
Yeah, that's like a full diamond mine.
Yeah. Her aerial options are like pretty good at breaking blocks, and I think Palutena does have like some good stuff she can do up close against Steve.
She doesn't have a disjoint that breaks the blocks really super quickly. Her back air does good though because it clanks with the F smash, but if Steve just times it so that the Palu is landed already, she just dies anyway. So
and back air isn't like gigantic either is the thing. Like it's a big move, but it doesn't go out like far enough like you would want as like a traditional like character with a disjoint trying to break blocks. You know, like an Ivysaur forward air, like even like a Sephiroth back air or anything. But
my the feeling I get when I play Palu versus Steve is, so the projectiles are really good against Steve because they make it so he can't mine. If you threaten the projectiles, he can't mine. So he puts up walls. And then you're playing like the games where like, you know, the games where like the bugs pop up on your screen, your cat hits them?
Yeah.
So you're trying to do that to every wall you see so that your projectiles he can't hide behind, and then he just gets to mine for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because like, even if he has 1 block, if you have an angle wrong where the block is in front of Steve, he just doesn't get auto reticled, and he just will be able to mine.
Ooh, good back throw. Ooh, not gonna kill though quite yet. Yeah, definitely not a kill percent, but that did look a little weird. But A9 unable to make the recovery. Spiro up 3 stocks to 1 right now. This is actually a very, very dominant game.
This is like the Houdini Xavier set where it's just kind of them just destroying each other.
Is Spiro gonna switch to Ganon after?
Honestly, if he switched to Falcon, that'd be awesome. I don't think that he has a character that he has for Steve anymore.
Yeah.
He used to have someone, I forget who it was.
I mean, Palu's probably just the best character he can play against Steve.
I mean, Cloud exists.
Yeah, but like, I mean, does Spearow ever play Cloud?
I mean, he plays with Dila all the time, and you don't really need to know how to play Cloud.
I guess that's true, but like in a matchup like this against like a player like A9, like you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm surprised that being friends with Vince and playing with Dylan all the time, Spearow didn't end up getting a secondary for a couple problem matchups, but it's because Palu is so versatile that you can deal with it. You just have to play every matchup so different. Because like we were saying before, she has the whole toolkit.
She does have the whole toolkit. I think that's like the big thing about Palu. She has everything to kind of just deal with everything. It's just about how you use it. So you do have to play like very, very differently in between matchups, right? Like
a great jack of all trades, but the problem with fighting Steve as Palu is that you have options. So when you're Palu in most matchups, you have all of your options available to you, and you can just do that. But because the blocks exist, you can't nair there. Nair doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple different options that are just shut off to you all the time. So you have to play the way that you do against Steve. And it makes it so you're playing his tempo mostly instead of the other way around, unless you get a big opening.
Well, that's kind of how Steve functions, right? Like he's kind of playing at his tempo from the minute the game starts.
Yeah.
Right? But I think Palu, like, oh my goodness, that was so weird.
That was
an
nice
insta kill
by Spearow.
Yeah. Good backer from Spearow, but yeah, like Spearow is definitely gonna have to see like what kind of mileage he can get. Does he have to? No. Does he have 2 games?
Oh, thanks, Gecko.
He has 1, right?
Yeah, that was game 1.
He only has 1 game. Spearow has 1.
That was game 2. That was game 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1-1.
Yep.
Sky.
We
These
should
GOs.
announce the scores out loud more often, just so everyone's aware of what's going on, I guess.
Yeah, it's 1-1, guys. It's 1-1. Yeah, Spearow, like we saw earlier in his set against TJ, he's very, very good at utilizing all of Palutena's tools.
Yeah.
So he definitely like knows the ins and outs of each move. And it doesn't seem like not being able to use one move, like he hasn't really nared like pretty much at all this set. And he's still able to do very, very well. That was like
those nairs right there are specifically because Steve didn't have any blocks and he was on the platform. So he tried to do that would have killed Spearow like last year every time. The DI was good, and Alex did miss the DI read.
Having that block there,
no
wow, no jump, and having that block there actually, like you saw the block at the end of the center platform, that was actually so good. It allowed him to be in a better spot for that tech scenario. Excuse me.
I hear ya. So I think that it's more so honestly, instead of being like those the bug clicking games, it's more like Cookie Clicker, where you're playing Cookie Clicker the whole time. You're playing the Steve game, and then the mini game shows up where you have to click on the little cookies that pop up, and then you break the blocks. Because otherwise, the block just kills you like it does the first game. Like the first stock that Spearow lost this game was specifically because he didn't get to cut off Steve's toolkit early enough, and he just kind of got trapped in the Steve funnel.
Yeah. You have to be so careful here. As Spearow, not a lot of iron though for A9. Yeah, unable to successfully land on the stage there. Good stuff from
Different type
Spearow.
of back air there in the corner. So when Spearow won the last game, he was doing that back air, short hop, fast fall, landing. That one was just a rising turnaround one, catching him quick because A9 was going to try to not be hittable during that time when he was doing the fast fall back airs. Very good mix-up and adaptation by Spearow to something that hadn't even happened yet.
Yeah, Spearow is just always ready. Like I said, he's so good at utilizing all of Palutena's options. So being able to use that back air to kind of catch, like just a bit of like I'm not gonna say a lazy landing from A9, but like he wasn't exactly covering himself with anything. But that was like very explosive from Spearow, not something he'd really done. Just kind of like walked up and did it. It was raw.
A9
it was raw.
Adapted to Spearow doing the landing back airs like that, and was like, okay, I need to be ready for that. And then he just was like, okay, I'm gonna not prepare for anything else, and that's what I'm preparing for. And then Spearow just straight up was like,
he just did it,
which is really cool to see adaptation and read to the adaptation. And this is just winners round 2.
Yeah.
But this is
these are like 2 of the best players in the tournament.
Doing a little block cancel, fun there. Just do an F smash on it. If it hits the block and breaks it, you just cancel your F smash lag or whatever.
Good narrow show there. It was interesting. Last game, I think you said that like Palutena is not going to be really allowed to use Nair in that matchup, but Spearow's been doing like a really good job of using moves that aren't super duper useful against Steve in the right scenarios where they are super useful and where he will be getting a lot of mileage out of him.
Spiro's reaction time is so good because I know he just reacted to that minecart and dash back aired it in
Yeah.
time. But also, Palu's back air is just kind of an anti-minecart button as long as you're
Yeah.
ready for it. And dash attack too, obviously. They have the shield for a reason. Dash attack, if you do it too late, you can actually get hit. You just take the percent, I think, or you get scooped. I forget which one it is, but either way, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, but still you have to be very careful about, like I was talking about earlier, you know, Palu doesn't necessarily have like the biggest or at least like the longest disjoints, like a lot of characters that do traditionally well against Steve. So you do still have to be careful and like time it like very, very well in order to break through like minecart and stuff with like dash attack and back air.
That was
like-
very scary also with that edge guard a little bit ago because A9 is placing those blocks as Spiro is about to recover in a spot that would be perfect for Spiro to go to ledge to be fully intangible, but
Yeah.
the blocks would have killed him. And Spiro just goes instantly to stage. I don't know if that was a reaction or if he was just going to stage anyway, but either way, great play from Spiro and really showing right now in this last stock.
Yeah, look at that back air. Yeah, like I said, the timing, you have to be so specific with it, and amazing spacing too. Just being able to target Steve right in the head.
He killed with only back airs that game.
Yeah.
Every single one was a back air in the corner rising.
Yeah, his
And two
back
of
air
them were
usage
on
has been so
stage.
strong.
That was so... It's just like he found his win condition and he found out the panic button that Alex is pressing.
Yep.
And he just keeps pushing it.
Yeah, he knows exactly what to do to call out those options. He's been so good with these back airs and these dash attacks. Like, you saw how fearless he was being on that last stock. Like, a lot of players at kill percent against Steve, they're going to want to, like, hide and, like, shield and, like, spot dodge and roll. Spiro was just dash attacking. Spiro was just back airing. He wasn't allowing Alex to really do anything or get anything started by, you know, playing more defensively. He was just playing all out aggressive and forcing Alex into that option, and he was ready to call it out there because you saw such good spacing on that back air here as we head into game number 4.
And that's actually really interesting you were saying that about how aggressive and all out Spiro's being, because if you see how Spiro's playing, when Spiro's fighting, it's kind of like a like a Mario rushdown type of character where he's always in your face, but because Palu has that back air that has the shield properties on it, it's completely different when you can just call out the minecart with that, and even if you get the back air a little late, you still will hit with it. If Fox misses that back air there, he takes like 30 and gets hit minecarted.
Good down smash there from A9. Ooh. Here we go, jab trains down tilt. That down tilt is actually so good for Steve. That's another like big thing that's like not very good for Palu. Probably like the biggest thing is that Steve has a lot of really good options to kind of hit you when you're on ledge and just like abuse Palutena having like a bad like ledge grab.
Yeah, Palu's hardest part about this whole matchup is specifically having the teleport. If she didn't have the teleport, she wouldn't have to deal with all of the difficulty in her disadvantage. Like, she just has to be on stage is the whole problem. If she's anywhere not next to ledge and Steve has any setup time, he just can block her out.
Yeah. So you do have to be really careful. But again, there's just a dash attack. Like, Spiro's not just doing it with like these iron moves. He's doing it with like Steve normals. He did it to an F smash last game. That was an up tilt right there that he just dash attacked right through. He's not at all scared. He's not trying to...
Yeah, A9 is perfectly adapted to just the major point of last game, which is that
great
he's
out
pressing
there.
these panic options over and over, and instead of doing that, he's chilling when he's in disadvantage, he's taking a break, he's more down to mine, he's more down to throw out options that are just going to keep you away from him, because he wants to slow down the pace, and it's been keeping him in advantage for the majority of this game, but Spiro is clawing his way back in with that
Great grab, great grab. And the explosive flame, are we going to see an up air here? I don't know if he'll be able to continue this juggle. Oh, the Nair falling out of it, but still gets another one.
Just yelling genius when he does the side B on the platform.
Yeah, that is like some Albert Einstein stuff right there. That's such a good tech chase. Dash hack here from A9, not going to do it. He does have Diamond though, so next like pretty, yeah, and the block of recovery.
exactly.
Unfortunate there.
If Steve has any prep time, you just kind of can't
Yeah.
go to ledge, and you can't go anywhere else.
You do have to be so aggressive. Spiro definitely, like, if you're Spiro, you have to get the stock as quickly as possible, just so that way Alex can't get as much mileage out of Diamond, because he doesn't have one lined up for next stock. All he has is gold, which you might want to not have to know. I actually have no clue. Ooh, I think this is it right here. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Good stuff though to A9, understanding what he
The
needs to
crowd
do to take that
cheered
game.
for the good gameplay behind us.
Yeah.
As we reminisce on the better days. You remember when Palu was like broken?
Yeah, I remember.
That was awesome.
No, it wasn't.
I played Palu for a little bit.
I did too.
She was so fun. She was maybe the most fun I had until Pyramithra came out, of just like moving around as a character and just like being a threat the whole time.
I guess, I don't know.
She's like you were a superhero. It was awesome.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty
when-
much.
It's like Cloud with Limit all the time, and you had a kill throw.
Yeah, I guess. All right, so he's going Richter. He's going Richter.
Oh
No,
god.
I'm kidding.
I
I'm
thought he was
kidding.
going Roy. He might have
No.
gone Roy there if he lost the last if this was game 5 where he was up 2-0 and he got reversed 2-0'd, so he was like on game 5, he definitely could have switched to Roy there.
I don't know.
I feel it. Or switched to
He's just gonna be
someone,
sticking
try
out with
someone.
Palutena though. He's got the classic Spiro skin on though.
This is the Dabuz Palu skin in my heart.
No, I thought the Dabuz skin was like the one with red.
Oh, it was the
Yeah, that's the one I
that's
use.
the TLTC one
Yeah.
also. Smash 4. What you know about that?
I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry.
So we got game 5 started at Spiro vs. A9 game 5 winners round 2.
Yeah.
This is just your casual like center
Just-
stage
yeah.
winners round 2.
Winners round
honestly.
2, like average local.
You go to a real like North Jersey like fusion. This is just an actual winners round 2.
Yeah.
But here at SJ Summit, this is our little piece of that. Just us cramming all the best players we can that we have down here
Into
room
one bracket, making them fight each other.
for my enjoyment, and so I can talk about it on camera.
But it's awesome talking about it on camera because like the gameplay has been so good. They're like
he got platform cheese. So Palu has a bad problem with her auto reticle, and that's just that it can't see so good. So if there's a
Yep.
little bit of a little platform right in front of you for a little quarter of a second, you just don't get to auto reticle because it didn't see that Steve was there.
Yep. It's so like I don't know. What do you think about Hollow Bastion in this matchup though? I actually did want to talk about that. Like I'm wondering why Spiro would decide to go here for the last
So
game.
this stage is really small, and that's really good for Palu theoretically because there's way less space to put blocks out. So that means you have way more time to be on Steve whenever you get the blocks out because he can't
Yeah.
run away.
Or are we gonna see? That's it. That's it. That is a very early stock for A9.
So Spear can still do this though. I mean, we've seen him do crazier things.
Yeah.
He looks like he's locking in the player cam, honestly. I see
Yeah.
him reacting more.
With the
And I
back air
see
there,
him
not gonna
reacting
do it
to
just
that
yet.
Ledge trump.
You'll have to see what else he can do here. Down tilt not coming out. Ooh, unable to find the grab there.
Still at 0.
Yeah, good up tilt though. Good up tilt. We'll have to see. He'll need like a pretty good stock. I think he'll probably be wanting to stay under like 60 if he wants any
Spear's
chance.
two
But
stocked A9 before. Let's be real.
yeah,
And
and look at the
A9
materials A9 has. All
he
he
is rich.
Yeah, but the thing is, all he has to build out of is iron, so he's not going to be able to. He's either going to have to choose: do I want to
Just
not
keep him
use iron moves, or do I want to not place blocks?
He did down
Well,
air
that
instead of
fair.
back air.
What a good pickup from A9 though, being able to capitalize off that really janky hitbox, blocking the recovery. Good job from Spiro getting back though. And honestly, very good patience there, just kind of waiting to see if there would have been an anvil. Yeah, he's waiting for the anvil, you can see.
A9 finally having a chance to breathe and getting some materials.
Yeah.
Barely has any. Getting up there. Okay, he has a couple things to play with
Yeah.
now. So
He's
he
still-
has the ability to play.
You have to be so careful though, because he still has a diamond for next stock, so it's not like
And he
Spiro's
has
out of the
gold.
woods. Yeah,
Running low on gold now. It looks like he just blinked, so he might only have one.
yeah.
I think that might be how it works. I don't know.
I think he just got one. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe he blinked because he got one.
Yeah.
A9 is sitting
Good
there.
backer though from Spiro.
He said, I am not panicking no matter what. I know that's how you get this game back, and I just
Yeah.
want to win this right now.
Good backer from Spiro. He's playing so well right now. Rolling through there, Alex9 getting his stage control back here. Just holding center. Yeah, Minecart kind of forcing Spiro to go high there. Good forward air. Again, Spiro just playing so fearlessly. That's going to do it. Yep, okay.
Spiro,
Last stock, last stock.
so good at he's the best explosive flame user probably on the planet. Honestly.
Probably ever, yeah. No materials over A9. You do have to be careful about playing aggressive though, because you don't want to get hit by anything
So
Steve is going to do, but
the good part about this is that it's last stock, and you can't really do anything more. You
oh,
can't,
is that going to kill?
Steve
the
can't
block
get
on the
anything more
recovery,
than he
though?
has. Oh, there's
Oh,
nothing to
that's
do there.
totally it. Yeah. Very unfortunate, but Spiro going to be going down. A9 taking it 3-2 here, moving on in the winners bracket. Spiro dropping down to losers.
Spiro dropping
This
down to
early.
losers round 2.
Yeah, round
and
2.
I have him picked as my winner for this one for my Noodle $100 giveaway.
Yep.
So, I mean, I picked Vince. I'll be honest. I want Spiro to